Welcome back. If you had some questions on how to prepare so that you can get the absolute most from our workshop on creating custom GPTs for novelists, well, then this is the video for you. If you are not sticking around, don't forget to thumbs it up and interact with me in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. So for everyone that's sticking around, let's go ahead and get into how you can prepare for Saturday's workshop. If you are the one who likes to be prepared on top of prepared, you want to do the most because you want to get the most out of your time, this is for you. For everybody else, you don't have to do all of this. You could just show up. But I gotta be here for everybody. So just in case you are new around these hair parts, y'all, I'm cutting up because I had too much coffee, and I'm doing a couple of these videos at once, and it's always fun. But if you're new here, my name is Dana. I'm a USA Today bestselling author. I'm a developmental editor, and I am the chief storyteller at Danja Tales. This is where we help romance and fantasy authors write addictive novels, and these are novels that readers can't help but to gobble up and share with their reading friends. And we also help authors to build profitable publishing brands and careers. And so whether you are writing your first book or you are leveling up your author brand, I am here to help you write, launch, and sell with confidence. So this coming Saturday on March 8th, we are having a workshop. These are workshops that we normally do as a part of DTW. And we are this year making them available to anyone that would like to participate. So you can, get to know us and we can get to know you, and you can see whether you like to roll how we like to roll. And this one was voted on by the students, which is creating custom GPTs for novelists. We use GPTs as a part of creating an AI assistant that can help you to make your brand content, or basically just make your life a little bit better, especially if you're not in the place in your publishing business where you can delegate to someone else or hire someone else. Maybe you can create a custom GPT for some of those repetitive tasks that you find yourself doing on a regular basis. So with that said, what are some things that you can do to prepare? Now, the caveat is you don't have to do anything other than register and either show up or watch the replay. But if you want to be prepared and maybe work on your first custom GPT while we are at the workshop, these are some things that you can do. So I'm going to, here we go. If you, we're going to do it step by step and you're going to see me do it live. But if you want to prepare, here's a few things that you can do. One is to have information about your author brand. If you are part of my Substack, you know that I call this primer content, whether it's your brand statement, your tone, your style. If there are some things that are just very innate to your brand, like you do slow burn romances, or you write cozies, or you write domestic thrillers, having those things defined and having them available. If you have these things available, either to copy and paste, or better yet, having it available as a document. And I would recommend having it as a text file, but it does take Word and PDFs, but I always do text. I think just simple text with no markdown or any of that makes for a great process. The next thing that you want to have available, y'all, I'm a little bit tongue tied because now the energy is starting to late. Oh my gosh. Okay. The second thing you want to have available is market or niche research. Knowing your genre, your subgenres. Are there some tropes that are very integral to your brand, your pillar tropes? If there are some things that you want to take advantage of, like recent trends, if there are certain type of character archetypes that you like to deal in, all of those things that are foundational to your brand, you will want to have those available too. And not just have them listed out. I would say list them out, but also have them defined. One of the things that you will learn and that I've learned about working with ChatGPT, that's my preferred model, but working with ChatGPT is the fact that sometimes it believes it knows something, and it may or may not be true. And not in a sense of per se accuracy, but in a sense of maybe you define it different. Or maybe there's something else that's specific to your brand. So I'll give you an example. If I were to just put interracial romance, that can be interracial in any capacity. But for me, that may be, for me, my interracial romance is Black woman, white man. And that is a different type of definition than just any ethnicities. So having that clarity to be able to provide makes it so that it can give me better output. Okay. So first would be your primer content, anything about your brand, writing style, tone. Second would be anything about your market and niche research. So this may be genre, subgenre, niches, tropes, any sort of intersections, like if you do werewolf shifter romances, not just paranormal romances, and having not just that information, but the definitions would be helpful. Another thing that you may want to have on hand may be if you have specific processes that are a part of how you work. So if you are making a GPT for example, outlining, if you have a template or a structure that you like, or you like a specific structure, having those things available as a text file will make it so that when you are ready to build that custom GPT, you have that framework available to give it. And so if there are certain templates that you use for creating your characters or your world building, or if there are certain things that you just love, like the types of conflict that you want, the types of stakes, if you have core themes that are a part of your stories, having that sort of gathered is really helpful. And I will take this one step further. If you also can then even have samples and examples of, here's my structure, here's one of my plots, and having maybe one or two examples, that will be even better for it to be able to learn and to give you the type of output that you want. So that's number 3, which are any structures or frameworks that you may have that's a part of your process. Now, the last one, I would say, having some sort of some of your core elements like blurbs, if you have character profiles, like things that are embedded in your process. Like if you are using this to outline your story and you have a certain structure, or you want to use this to create better characters and you have a certain structure or certain notes that you reference that you want to be a part of the process, having those gathered and having them with examples is always very, very helpful. This would also go into another variation of this is if you're doing like social media content, having examples of the types of posts that you like. Because not only are you training it on how to do it and what you need, but you're also showing it what that looks like when it's done in a way that is acceptable to you, so that it will not only have the training, but it'll have the example. The final thing that I'm going to say is having all of this, if you can, gathered in one place that's accessible. And I like having it in text files, but it's up to you. You can even, if you work in Notion, have it all in Notion or in a Google Doc so that it's accessible. But being able to have it available so that you can upload it is the most ideal situation. And the final thing would be having a plus or pro member or subscription in ChatGPT. Having that will make it so that you can make it actually create the custom GPT. And as an aside, if you don't have the Pro yet, I will show you how you can use this information to help you even if you don't have the Pro. So with that said, this has gone on much longer than I thought, but having this all together is going to help you get the absolute most in the moment. But if you don't do it until later, you'll have the checklist that is a part of the replay. With that said, I think we have gone on much longer than we thought, but this is going to help you be prepared. I look forward to seeing you on Saturday. If you have any other questions, put them in the comments below, or you can visit me online at danjatales.com. That's DanjaTales.com. And then submit a message to me, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. For everyone else, I'll see you on Saturday or in my next video. Take care, and as always, happy writing. Goodbye.